RostyMaths and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, you can become a Rusty Mather by just clicking on the subscribe button below. I am really trying to grow this channel quite quickly and by putting good maths out there, to help those people who need a little bit of work on their maths. Anyway, welcome to my Year 7 series on number. This is for Year 7 students. If you are watching this video in any other country other than the UK, Year 7 students are students about the age of age 11 going to 12. So they're just out of primary school or junior school in some countries, and they're just going into Year 7 now, which they'll be 11 years old going into 12. All right, so this is appropriate for that age group, but obviously anyone can watch these videos and benefit from them. So let's just jump right in. Now, these videos are really important because they form the foundation of things that I'm going to be doing later on the channel when I get into particularly Year 9 number, Year 10 and Year 11. So that's right at the top of GCSE age. So stick with me on this. Get your foundation sorted so that when we get to the harder stuff, you are well and truly prepared. Without any further ado, we're going into simplifying fractions now. And if you're just jumping in for the first time and you want to see all the other videos I've highlighted, click on the pop-out banner up here and go and have a look at my playlist of videos. They are in the order that you'll need to watch these videos. Anyway, let's go to simplifying fractions. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you will know as soon as a new video has landed. Okay, so now you can see I've got 3 fractions there that are ready to go and I need to simplify them. But what does that word simplify mean? And if you're watching, you've been watching my videos for some time now, you know that I take a lot of time to explain the language behind everything that we do. The language will unlock the questions for you when you see them in an exam, or just in life in general for that matter. So simplify. Well, simplify basically means get that fraction to a point where there is no common factor in it. Okay, so get rid of all of the common factors that are in this that are in the fractions. When you're finished, pretty much you'll end up with numbers that has no other factors between them, like no common factors between them. So I'm going to jot that down. All right, that's what simplifying basically means for fractions. So let's go. So straight away, I look at my first one and have a think. So, but you must know your times tables for this. If your times tables are a bit weak, you're going to struggle here, especially as the numbers get a bit more challenging. But we can save you on that. Click on the pop-out banner, have a look at my video on the secrets about times tables. They're really good. Okay, and so you can see the times tables that you're going to need here. Also, you can also check my other video on factors and how to find common factors and the highest common factor that you can see in the pop-out banner up here as well. Anyway, let's jump into it. So what's the common factor between 3 and 15? Well, that common factor is 3. So I'm going to divide by 3 there, because I know 3 goes into 3 and 3 also goes into 15. So I ask myself then, what is 3 divided by 3? Well, that's 1. And down below, what's 15 divided by 3? That's 5. And that is my fraction simplified. So 3/15 in its simplest form is 1/5. Here's the fun thing about that though. If you watched my last video, which is popping out right now, on equivalent fractions, you'll also understand that 1/5 is equivalent to 3/15, eh? So there you go. So all these things, they do come back into each other. But that's my fraction simplified, okay? 1/5 is equivalent to 3/15. It means that it's the same. That word equivalent means it's the same. All right, let's jump straight into the next question then. What's a common factor? Now I'm going to do this the long way, and then I'm going to do it the short way, because there is a short way. Now some of you eagle-eyed viewers out there might be looking at it going, hang on a minute, I've got two even numbers, so I can divide by 2, or I got two multiples of 10. Let's go with that one. 10 is a factor of 2 and 60. So you might say to yourself, you know what? Let's divide this by 10. And when we divide by 10, okay, this just literally rubbed itself out. When we divide by 10, well, notice as again, it's the same thing at the top and bottom, yeah? Numerator and denominator. 20 divided by 10, well, that's going to give me 2. And 60 divided by 10, that's going to give me 6. And you might go, hurrah, I have done it. And then you look at it and go, oh, they still got more factors in there. And the factors that they've got now is 2. Because 2 goes into 2 and 2 also go into 6. So you might say to yourself, well, okay, let's divide that by 2 and divide that by 2. And then we finally come to an answer. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. 6 divided by 2, that's 3. And then it's going to be a third. And you go, hurrah, I have done it. And you have. Okay. The only thing is, you could have done it in one step if you really were careful about it. Because what I can mention now is 20 and 60 have got loads of factors. They've got 2, they've got 10, they've got 5 as factors of each other. And you could have used any of those. But if you used any of those, you would obviously have to do more work. The quickest way to do it would be to use the highest common factor. And if I use the highest common factor, well, I can do it in one step and we're done. Let's try that method and see. So I've got 20 and 60. What's the highest common factor of 20 and 60? What's the biggest number that goes into both 20 and 60? Well, 20 does, because 20 goes into itself and it also goes into 60. So I will divide by 20, divide by 20. And then when I divide by 20 there, 20 divided by 20, that's 1. 60 divided by 20, that's 3. And so just like that, I have got my 1/3 in one step. So if you choose any other factors, you'll get there in the end, but it'll take longer than if you choose the highest common factor. All right, pause the video here, have a go at that last one on your own as we finish off this video. In the meanwhile though, I'll get on with it. So if you had paused the video and you had a go at this, then you'll be looking at your 18 and 27 and going, what is the highest common factor? Which will get me there quicker? So where 3 goes into 18 and 27, but no, there's more. Does 6 go? No, 6 doesn't go into 27. Does 9 go? Yes, 9 goes into 18, 9 goes into 27. Just for one last check, does 18 go? 18 goes into 18, but it doesn't go into, no, it doesn't really work. So 9 is the one. Go through that process in your head. Make sure that you know it. So I'm going to now divide them both by 9. So that's my highest common factor there. And when I divide by 9, 18 divided by 9, that's 2. And 27 divided by 9, that's 3. And this is finished. So there you go. So quite a lot we've learned in this video today. We came back to the highest common factor, which I referenced earlier in the video. We talked about using factors. We talked about the fact that all of these fractions are equivalent fractions. You know, they're equivalent to each other. Now you see how the curriculum is tying into each other. I hope that this made sense to you. If you have learned something new, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will not miss when a new video has gone live. But for now, until I see you on the next one, peace.